Hello. Hi. Good afternoon. Good morning to some. Thank you for tuning in with me this Motivation Monday. My name is Kayla. I'm the founder of the Beachbody Marketplace, and it's just me today. Usually, for Motivation Mondays, I am accompanied by my wellness sisters, by my wellness community. I just celebrated my 30th birthday. So, as a founder of the Beachbody Marketplace, I'm excited for it to just be me so I can share with you some new things, some updates, and really connect today. So, first and foremost, I want to affirm a Monday. Mondays aren't easy, Mondays are extremely challenging for us all, be it you just by yourself, be it you as a parent, maybe a teacher, manager, facilitator. If you have responsibility on you, after the weekend, Mondays can hit hard. But that is when we have to hit harder or maybe softer. We've talked about so many things on Motivation Monday, like being more available to yourself mentally and emotionally, taking time away from electronic devices to be more available and in tune. We've talked about everything from affirmations, which we'll do today, and journaling. We discussed the importance of connecting to earth and spirit. Mondays are the days where we have to show up for ourselves. And it's recommended that you show up for yourself before you show up for others so that you can show up as the best version of yourself. And maybe, if not the best version, certainly a better, more aware, connected, in tuned, attuned version of yourself so that you can interface with people, have healthy relationships, accomplish your goals. Whatever it is that needs to be done on a Monday with more ease, with more grace, just in a better space. Hey, I love when we rhyme things, so that could be an affirmation card right there. More ease, more grace, so that you have more space. Creating space for yourself means everything from penciling me time in on your calendar. It means everything from speaking your affirmations aloud. It could even mean sharing your affirmations with others. Making space for you is important. Wellness has now become this elusive, beautiful concept idea that we're all talking about. There's roundtable discussions that go on, but really, wellness is right here. It's in your body, it's in your very first environment, it is in the mind, but it's holistic. It's all of these things. So, I want to run down the 6 elemental factors of health and wellness. So, the 6 elemental wellness factors are mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, and mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, financial, and environmental. So we added this 6 pillar, if you will, elemental factor on where we discovered that it's important to connect to our environment. Now, being in home during pandemic, our environment has become our homes, our families, our facilities, wherever we can be stationary in front of computer and Zoom. So the fact that you're here with me, I certainly appreciate it. But how can you cultivate a sense of connection to wellness in your environment while you're at work? If you're an employee or a contractor, you might discuss ways to insert positivity or ways for people to connect, do group trust building exercises to your manager, your supervisor, or your heads of department. If you are the head of department, then I highly recommend that you do retreats, that you do power hours, these kinds of things to cultivate wellness in your workspace, which is needed. I mean, it's statistically proven that performance is at its peak, it's at its top shape when everybody has wellness integrated into your day, into your process, into your operatives. So that's your workplace environment. There's also The earth environment. It's extremely important, as we all have learned, to get outside and experience nature. Now, this shouldn't just happen on a weekend, or we can get a moment away from the computer or life or kids, but try to make it a regular thing, even just for 5 minutes. If you've been inside all day, be it morning, afternoon, or evening, take a 5 minute break and step outside and breathe some fresh air. This will significantly improve your mood. This will significantly improve your quality of life, your approach to life, your perspective on life, and your relationships just by tapping into that environmental wellness factor. It's critical. Okay? So here we are on a Monday, and I'll tell you a little bit about my weekend because that's usually what we do on Motivation Mondays. You are free to chime in. I encourage it. Comments are welcome, questions are welcome, and or if you have your own affirmation that you would like to share, dive in and share. So I turned 30 over the weekend, and that's a thing. I'm 30 now. Woo! Yeah, I get all the things. Yeah, you look 16, you look 21, you look 20. But listen, I have been doing grassroots, on the ground, in the community efforts with the Beachbody Marketplace for over 5 years now. And I've been doing volunteering and just being involved in wellness in general for over 15 years. It's at my heart's core. Health and wellness is a part of my family lineage. I come from nurses, doctors, in-hospice caretakers. The list goes on. So that is my personal affinity to this work that I do here in the marketplace, but also just wanting to remind you all as a founder that I came to this work by way of personal testimony. I was diagnosed with a chronic facial pain condition, and as a result of that, I had to dial back, scale back, eliminate, remove, start anew, and find ways to live an optimal life. Now, what is an optimal life? When you're in an optimal state of living, being, you are thriving and not surviving. You are enjoying your life. You're not just making it. You are creating space and time for yourself, not because you're behind, but because you know that it's necessary. So I found that out the hard way, which is now why my passion is to share this with everyone. Make room for yourself, especially on a Monday. All right? So here are a couple updates and news things from the Beachbody Marketplace that you should know about. Number 1, check out the Spine series. Paige Frazier Foundation, which is a partner of the Beachbody Marketplace, is hosting the Spine series ongoing for the next, I believe, 2 to 3 weeks. So check out those dates. I will drop the information in the description for my YouTube folks and for Facebook as well. You want to be sure to check that out. Next, in mentioning, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the Beachbody Marketplace on YouTube. The channel includes all the elemental factors of health and wellness. There are some recipes up there. There are some interviews up there. There are so many great things to connect with us. And we love suggestions. It's not about seeing what we're doing, but it's about experiencing with you. So be sure to connect with us further and deeper. We want to be there and have a relationship with you. The next thing that I'd like to mention is that we are on Spotify. There is a podcast which includes everything from guided meditations, which is my lovely, raspy, grounded voice, in a soft whisper, guiding you into deep meditation, calm, whatever it is that you may need, as well as interviews for moms. We have a special place for moms here in the Beachbody Marketplace. Maternal care lives, everyone's care, lives beyond the doctor's office. Maternal Care Week actually kicks off this week. Woo! Shout out to the moms. Maternal Care Week. If you know a mom, show her extra love. If you have a resource, plug it in for us to share with moms to show some extra love. And if you know a mom expecting or are a mom, be sure to become a part of our Mommy Talk group. We have two groups in the Beachbody Marketplace on Facebook. One is Treat, Support, and Invigorate Your Human Body, and the other is Mommy Talk. This is a special place for moms to connect with each other, to connect with practitioners, to get advice. It's a great discussion place. The list goes on. So one of the things that I had the pleasure of enjoying for my 30th birthday yesterday was going to see a postpartum comedy skit show by the name, hosted by a woman who goes by the name of Angelina Spicer, and she is full of spice. So that name is, she is awesome. She's from Brooklyn, lives in LA, and she talks about her experience going through postpartum depression. The postpartum phase, which as a doula, I can tell you, goes way beyond that 2-week, are you okay, tick, and that 6-week, are you okay, check-in at the doctor. It goes beyond the 3-month, are you okay, are you getting there? It goes beyond even 6 months. It is an entire year for a mother to adjust to her body, her life, her baby, and everything in between. So this show was hilarious, y'all. She really took us there, and she got real and talked about her having to be admitted into a psychiatric ward because she could not get it together. Now, while a lot of moms may think that could never happen to me, I won't let it happen to me. You know, I'm good, I have support, I'm stronger, whatever the case may be. A lot of this happens on a regular basis and no one ever knows. It's not spoken of, but it's common. So it's now being coined the postpartum revolution. And I am here for it. We are here for it. So again, be sure to connect with us on Mommy Talk. This is a community just for expectant and new and experienced seasoned moms, whoever. Maybe you're a grandmom, caretaker, birth partner, and you want to be there. We want you there too. So that's that. Next news. Did you know that Black August has been coined the revolution, if you will, of the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre, where we as Black entrepreneurs and business owners buy back our value, our equity, our wealth, our intention, and our attention. So I want to get your attention, and I want to invite you to plug into what we're going to be doing in Black August. What we're going to be doing in Black August is bringing women in particular self-defense classes. This is something that is needed and something that I've long since been wanting to share. If you had a chance to listen in on the interview with Brian Boykin of 360 Safe, this is a retired federal police officer who now has a remote virtual experience for you to learn how to shoot a gun, how to carry a firearm, all the safety measures and precautions that go with even handling or holding one, owning one, having one in your home, being a family member that has one, being a family member that has children that's aware that one is in the home. The list goes on. This kind of information we need to have, we need to know, and it's because of all of the unfortunate events that are happening back to back. So how can we progress? And this is what the Beachbody Marketplace is offering. This is a way for us to progress in the wellness community together by gaining this knowledge. So it's going to be a self-defense class, 2-part. One with Brian Boykin, learning the 360 Safe firearm first respondent techniques with a gun. Now, this is not a real gun. This is a mock gun, but it has everything that a gun has, with a virtual projection experience. I mean, how cool is this? Can you imagine your 16-year-old sons and nephews and students, instead of being on a game for hours, they're actually in a virtual experience with an almost real gun, preparing them for life, real life. How to be that Black or brown or Latino or Asian man in a life-deprivating position knowing exactly what to do with their firearm, knowing exactly how to respond to police officers should they be carrying one or any weapon, or maybe not even anything at all. This is what this experience offers. So it's great for young people, but we're going to start with the adults because this is information that we need to learn first so that we can discuss this with the next generation, bring this to our families, bring this to our communities, and get the ball rolling. The second part, which is my favorite part, is the physical activation. Now, this is going to be hosted, instructed, facilitated by a Maryland State Ranger, retired Maryland State Ranger that has his own investigation services where he trains police officers, he trains individuals going into this like field, and now we are going to step into those same shoes and get similar training so that we can sharpen our wits, so that we can be available to ourselves, especially women. And guess what? Moms are welcome, even pregnant mothers. That's right, because who's to say that a woman who's expectant is not going to encounter any form of danger? She's coming home from a late night at the grocery store, picking up something, doing an errand. It's after dark, and somebody decides to wow out. This kind of information, this kind of experience is what's going to take her to the next level. Okay? Moms are invincible. So I just want you to know that all are welcome. So again, we're starting with adult women. This does include cisgender, identifying female gender, and transgender women. Why are we deciding to include these individuals? Well, because we are aware of the violence that's taking place specifically against transgender communities, homosexual communities, etc. We will be discussing the fundamentals of the female reproductive system in this course. So the purpose of this is hand in hand. We need an exchange of information so that women understand the other side, and those who are identifying in transgender also can be in the room with women who are born with female reproductive organs to understand how that is different or the same from their experience with being targeted out in the world when they have to defend themselves. Okay, so just know that that's coming in Black August. We'll be partnering with Herb and Temple, another phenomenal sister, Islamic actually, who's been doing great work in the DC metropolitan area and the DC metropolitan community for a long time. So we are proud to be partnering with them and bringing this to you all. So that is the news, and I want you to tap into it, connect, stay connected to us, and be on the lookout for these upcoming dates. You do not want to miss it. And this is coming to you from the horse's mouth, okay? So, I hope that you're energized on a Motivation Monday. Let's talk about joy. What brings you joy as of lately? And this is a question, so go ahead and type your response in the comment box. What brings you joy as of lately? Or what have you been thinking about that you want to do or have or experience or tap into or connect to that is bringing you joy or that you would like to bring you joy? So I'm going to take a pause so that I hear from you. If you're watching, go ahead and type in your response into the comment box on this Motivation Monday. And instead of sharing mine while you are typing, please be sure to comment and reflect with us. I'm going to just share a photo with you about what brings me joy. Take about 30 more seconds for those who are tuning in to comment in the comment box what brings you joy. Ten more seconds. Type, share. What brings me joy is... What brings me joy? What brings you joy? Okay, we have plenty of time here and space, which is why we're here, for you to continue to reflect and comment below. So I'll share what brings me joy. This photo brings me so much joy. What you're seeing are intergenerations coming together, intergenerations coming together for a cause. We met in Southeast DC, Ward 8, to acknowledge the breaking and opening of the earth. This plot of land is now dedicated for urban farming, if you will, right here in the heart of the city, where classes, workshops, youth programs, the list goes on, will be conducted for families, Black and brown communities to come and learn agriculture, learn how to create their own, build their own, grow their own, have their own, be their own. So on this day, we've had babies, toddlers, kids, teenagers, young adults, grown adults, seasoned adults, elders, and surrounding a giant tree and peeling back the layers of earth to prepare to grow and eventually harvest anew. So these women are, majority of them are mothers actually, and they're down their hands and knees, unapologetically, beautifully connecting to source, connecting to earth, covering now the seeds that were laid down by the elders that were, or pulled, the earth pulled back by the elders, seeds put in by the men, and now they are covering this. And the last part of it, it would be the elders who water. And it was such a momentous occasion for us to gather. It brought me joy because this was in the middle of a weekday. People had to be at work, but it didn't matter. They showed up and we were together. So, the list goes on as to why this brings me so much joy. But being able to be a part of it left an indelible mark in my life and in my memory. And now officially a part of the Beachbody Marketplace, because these are the things that we're talking about when it comes to that sixth pillar or sixth elemental factor of wellness, which is connecting to environment. We are so disconnected from where we came from source, because of how the system has set things up. Now everything is so sterile. Everything is so processed. From the moment a baby comes into the earth, they have a plan for you. But the plan began with earth, with creation, with source. We are a part of that. So it's incredibly important that we have a relationship with source in this way. And so that brings me joy. That brings me joy to witness, be a part of, and now share with you. So the woman that you see that's closest to us in view, with her hand extended out, is actually the founder of Herb and Temple. Nakaya, spectacular woman. If you are HU Bison, you're into that. She went to Howard. I do believe she has her doctorates, and she's extremely humble. And she shows up for the people, does things in the community all of the time. And she, by way of Urban Temple, is who I will be partnering with to bring these self-defense classes to you. So I want to share the next photo so that, and I could have been sharing this earlier, but so that you see where exactly this workshop will be held. So this is in Clinton, Maryland at the Eagle Eye Investigation Training Center. This is where I held my first mock gun. I did the virtual experience, and this is where you, when you come out, will have the same experience. But we're gonna learn both on hands-on techniques with the firearm as well as just our bodies. And also being, going back to environment, aware of our environment too. And how to set yourself up for success when there are emergencies so that you know how to respond in an instance. And then last but not least is a picture of a close-up picture of 360 Safe's mock, well, I think this is a real firearm actually, but this is how it is shown, the gun being loaded with magazines, as they're called for some reason. And you can see there's a 360 Safe shirt. This is a retired federal police officer. I just have to reiterate this because a lot of what is being said in the community is we don't have information. We don't have access. It's not fair to us. We're isolated. They leave us out. Here is a gentleman from our own, cut from the cloth, making this information available to you. So if you're watching this now live, or if you're watching it later, there is no excuse why you cannot be there. Or if you cannot be there, why you cannot share this with someone or someones who need to be here for this information. Offering is completely free. If you would like to give an in-kind donation for the time and for the information, that is certainly appreciated and will go directly to Brian because he offers this free and offers this as a mobile service. So these things bring me joy to be able to share with you and to connect. So let's close out today's segment with our affirmations. And the affirmations that I'm sharing to you are coming from source, coming from what we've talked about today, what we've connected on, the touch points. Feel free to chime in with your comments in the comment box if you have additional affirmations that you would like to be spoken aloud. Take a deep breath. Connect to your inner source. Be aware that the outer source is also with you. I am here, present, aware, and alert. I am here, present, aware, and alert. Today is Monday, and I will meet the expectations with my highest, best self. And then you repeat. Today is Monday, and I will meet the expectations with my highest and best self. I trust that all is well. I trust that all is well. In all things, time reveals. In all things, time reveals. I am open to change. I am open to change. I am an evolution, and I embrace the revolution, the wellness revolution. I will be available for the things that I need, and I will continue to put my health and wellness first. I will continue to put my health and my wellness first. Well, that concludes our affirmations on this Monday motivation. This also concludes our Monday motivation. Thank you so much for joining me here in the Beachbody Marketplace. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Treat, Support, and Invigorates group. Visit us online at beachbody.com. Book your private session if you haven't already for gyrokinesis. Sign up for a group class online. Follow us on Instagram at BEEBODI. Subscribe to us on YouTube at BEEBODI. Listen in to our podcast on Spotify at Beachbody Talks. And continue to treat, support, and invigorate your human body.